Hello guys, welcome back. It's David here. We have a full class, quite a full class. Holy crap. Thank you, Jesus, that everything is getting back to normal. All right, and we got a whole bunch of people here plugging in. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you guys about direct lays. So a lot of people have trouble with direct lays as far as the commission goes and making the bets. All right, even dealers that have been dealing a long time. This used to be my specialty. Okay, one of those things that we used to teach in my mastery class. Okay, the first thing you should know is you can bet a direct lay at any time. It doesn't matter. A direct lay is a bet against a number. Okay, at any time. If you want a no 6, a no 5, a no 4, you can bet against any number. What that means is you want a 7 before that number rolls, okay? Now, you have a lot of players that bet systems where there's no 4 and no 10, okay? Many people that bet the don'ts or do direct lays, they know how to make the bet. They'll put the bet out for you, they'll include the commission, and they'll say, put that behind the 4 or put that behind the 5, okay? It's important that you know what the bet is, right? So you have to know how the bets can be made, what the commission is, and how much it gets paid. We're going to start on the outside. We're going to work on the 4 and 10. We're going to work our way in. The 6 and 8 can be tough, but I'm going to show you how easy the 6 and 8 direct lays can be, all right? Now, here's what I'll tell you. A lot of people will play don'ts from the outside in. The negative 4 and 10, no 4, no 10 are the most popular. But when you get to some big money players, you'll see more no 6s and 8s, okay? Because a big money player doesn't want to take that loss on the reverse odds, right? So here's the thing. Let's run this down real quickly. The reverse odds on the 4 and 10, every 2 pays 1. So technically, if you were to bet 2 nickels against the 4, you would get paid 1 nickel minus the commission. We'll get to the commission in a minute. We're going to go over the odds first, okay? The reverse odds, okay? Behind the 5 and 9, every 3 is going to pay you 2, right? Because every 2 pays you 3 on the pass sign is true odds, so the reverse is true on the don'ts, okay? Every 3 is going to get 2, all right? On the 6 and 8, guess what? Every 6 is going to get you 5, right? Because the odds pay on the pass line, every 5 gets 6. So it goes to say that every 6 will pay 5, okay? All right, and of course the 4 and 10 is the same, 5 and 9 is the same, 6 and 8 is the same. But here's the exception is you have to pay a commission for the benefit of paying directly against the number, okay? So for example, let's say someone gives you $40 and they want a $40 no 4. They want a $40 no 4, okay? That means they want a 7 before the 4. Probably a pretty good bet, right? More than likely a 7's going to roll before the 4. That's why you see it. But you got to pay, okay? Now first, this bet's only going to pay half, okay? Half, right? Every 2 is going to pay 1, okay? So you charge the commission based on what this bet is going to pay, not the bet itself, okay? Believe it or not, there's still people, supervisors, by the way, who believe that you pay the juice on the bet. On a buy bet, that is true. If someone has a buy bet, you pay the juice on the bet, okay? The VIG, the 5% commission, okay? Every time this 4 hits, right, you're gonna charge the player 5% commission. So that would pay $100 minus $2.50 or $2, right? Okay? On a lay, you charge based on what the bet pays, okay? Pays, all right? So this bet's gonna pay $20, and guess what the VIG is? $1, yes, thank you, $1, 5% commission, okay? So in order to make this bet at most casinos, all right, most casinos, they charge up front, okay? Some casinos do not charge up front. Someone could just give you $40, you would put it behind the number, you would put a lay button on it, and then when it hits, okay, if a 7 comes before the 4, you're then gonna pay them how much money? $19, yes, you're going to take the VIG right out of the payoff. It's called an automatic lay, okay? However, again, some casinos will charge in advance, okay? So your player would go something like this, all right? Ideally, I want a $40 no 4. You know that there's a $1 commission. You would move this behind the 4, put a lay button on it, and now it's in no 4, okay? All right. Now, if it wins again, okay, let's say that wins, you're gonna pay it $20 and you're going to ask the player if they want to leave the bet up. If they want to leave the bet up, you're going to ask them for, guess what? Another $1, okay? They would have to throw you $1. You would hand off their $20 win, congratulations, and they still have a no 4 working, okay? So here's a few things to keep in mind. One, direct lays or any lay, anything behind the number always works. Always works. You can't turn these bets off. They are always in play. If someone says, I want my no 4 off, guess what you do with your no 4? You take it down, give them the commission back if they paid it, and hand them the bet back, okay? Because later we're going to talk about how you can turn some bets on and off, optional bets like place bets and odds and things like this. Direct lays or lay bets always work. The only way to turn them off is to take them down, okay? Take them down, all right? That's it. That bet is down. Good luck. They can't tell you, hey, would you mind just putting an off button? Yes, I would mind. I have to give that back to you because that's the rule, okay? There's no such thing as doing this, okay? Off. It's not off. They're always working, okay? There's no off. You just hand the bet back, okay? All right. So let's go down. We're going to go down the line a little bit. We're going to deal with the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 10. We're not going to talk about how they get paid. And the procedure for paying them as dealers, we're going to do with that in another class, okay? But right now, we're just going to talk about the bets themselves, all right? Okay, so the first thing is, you must win the table minimum. Must win the table minimum. And this is where a little gray area, okay? Let's say you're on a $10 table, okay? $10 table, and someone says, I want a $20 no 4. Can they make a $20 no 4? It pays $10, right? But minus $1. You can't charge them 50 cents. You have to charge them $1, right? Basically, 25 cents for every nickel that they win. So in this case, a $20 no 4 would pay $10, right? So technically, the cost would be 50 cents. You don't have any 50 cents. You'd have to charge them $1. So if they had a $20 no 4, it would pay how much? $9, right? Because you'd have to take the $1 out, which is below the table minimum of $10, okay? So here's the thing. You're not going to see a lot of these types of bets, but sometimes you will. Just ask your box supervisor if that's an allowable bet. But technically, they're getting paid $10 first. They're getting paid $10 first, right? And then you're charging them $1. So if you're on a $10 table, that should be fine. The win has to be $10, right? The win. Not only does the bet have to be 10, the win has to be 10 on your side of the game. Okay. Now, here's an interesting other scenario. Let's say, for example, someone tells you, I want to do $100, no 4, and no 10. We're going to deal with all the different types of scenarios on the 4 and 10.